Narrated by Aisha. I asked Allah's Messenger peace be upon him about looking hither and thither in prayer. He replied, it is a way of stealing by which Satan takes away a portion from the prayer of a person. Narrated by Aisha. Once the Prophet peace be upon him prayed on a camisa with marks on it and said, the marks on it diverted my attention, take this camisa to Abu Yam and bring an Anbijani Ya from him. Narrated by Ibn Umar. The Prophet peace be upon him saw expectoration in the direction of the Qibla of the mosque while he was leading the prayer, and scratched it off. After finishing the prayer, he said, whenever any of you is in prayer he should know that Allah is in front of him. So none should spit in front of him in the prayer. Narrated by Anas. While the Muslims were offering the Fajr prayer, Allah's Messenger peace be upon him suddenly appeared before them by lifting the curtain of the dwelling place of Aisha, looked towards the Muslims who were standing in rows. He smiled with pleasure. Abu Bakr started retreating to join the row on the assumption that the Prophet wanted to come out for the prayer. The Muslims intended to leave the prayer, and were on the verge of being put to trial, but the Prophet peace be upon him beckoned them to complete their prayer and then he let the curtain fall. He died in the last hours of that day. Narrated by Jabir bin Samura. The people of Kufa complained against Sa'd to Umar and the latter dismissed him and appointed Amr as their chief. They lodged many complaints against Sa'd and even they alleged that he did not pray properly. Umar sent for him and said, O Abu Ishaq, these people claim that you do not pray properly. Abu Ishaq said, by Allah, I used to pray with them a prayer similar to that of Allah's apostle and I never reduced anything of it. I used to prolong the first 2 rakat of Isha prayer and shorten the last 2 rakat. Umar said, O Abu Ishaq, this was what I thought about you. And then he sent one or more persons with him to Kufa so as to ask the people about him. So they went there and did not leave any mosque without asking about him. All the people praised him till they came to the mosque of the tribe of Bani Abs. One of the men called Usama bin Qatada with the surname of Abu Sa'ada stood up and said, as you have put us under an oath, I am bound to tell you that Sa'd never went himself with the army and never distributed the war booty equally and never did justice in legal verdicts. On hearing it, Sa'd said, I pray to Allah for 3 things, O Allah. If this slave of yours is a liar and got up for showing off, give him a long life, increase his poverty and put him to trials. And so it happened. Later on when that person was asked how he was, he used to reply that he was an old man in trial as the result of Sa'd's curse. Abdul Malik, the sub-narrator, said that he had seen him afterwards and his eyebrows were overhanging his eyes owing to old age and he used to tease and assault the small girls in the way.